I want to show you how to make a high converting landing page. I'm going to show you an example of one of my pages that is currently converting at way above industry standards. So the average conversion rate of a landing page is typically 2.5%. Now 25% of the top converting landing pages convert at around 5%, and then the top 10 convert at 11% or above. What I'm going to do is show you the conversion rate of one of my landing pages. I'm going to explain why it's converting so high, the core elements, the psychological triggers, because a lot of this all comes down to the words you use. You have to use persuasive copy. You have to know the pain points, the struggle of your audience. You have to know how to solve those problems and then convey that in such a way that it compels them to take action and subscribe to your offer. So I'm going to show you the stats so you can verify for yourself that this is all above board, it's all legit. And then I'm going to walk you through all the steps. And the great thing is, this is pretty easy to do. Once you know what copy to use, what psychological triggers that promote, that push people to take action, anyone can do this. This is the Kartra dashboard. We're in conversion analytics, and you can see that I sent 510 visitors to the landing page. Of those, 298, just under 300, opted in, giving me a conversion rate of 58.4%. So how did I do it? Let me walk you through the landing page in detail so you know what elements to use on your pages too. This is the landing page. It's actually for a free digital marketing course that I created for my YouTube subscribers, and there's a few key elements on the page. So the first one, and probably the most important one, is the headline. Then we have a video here. We have a subheading here that gives a little bit more detail about the offer. Then if we scroll down, we have a call to action here, that button. Then we have on the right hand side some bullet points here, and then underneath the call to action, more bullet points. And then if we scroll down further on the page, I actually go through each of the modules in a little bit more detail. And then at the bottom of the page, again, we have this call to action there. So let's go through it in a little bit more detail. Okay, let's start with the headline. Now, as I said, this is probably one of the most important parts of the page, if not the most important part, because this is what people are going to read first. So I chose the word new for a very specific reason. People love new things. They love to be amongst the first when something new comes out. So by using the word new, because this is actually a new training course, it instantly becomes more desirable. Next, I say essentially just what it is. So it's marketing strategies, and then I give a benefit. So to help you make reliable and consistent profit. So this is because I know what my audience wants. They want to build a strong and successful business, not just now, but one that is going to last them years and years, that is going to provide them with the income and the lifestyle that they and their family deserves. So I make that really clear that this is going to create reliable and consistent profit for them. Now, to prove that this is current, so it's not some outdated material, I say in 2020 and beyond. So that's the logic in the headline. If you take some of those core elements and use them in your own headlines, you should be able to hook people in faster. Now, I'm not saying take this headline and just use that. I wouldn't encourage you to do that, but do use the core elements that make it work. Then we have this subheading, and it says free digital marketing course for predictable revenue, whether you've been online for 10 minutes or 10 years. Okay, the word free is always going to grab attention. So free digital marketing course. So that says exactly what it is. So it reaffirms, it supports the headline. And again, I am supporting the headline with the next part for predictable revenue. So it's just another way of saying reliable and consistent. And if you repeat yourself on your sales pages or on your landing pages, that's okay. You really do have to get the message crystal clear. And if you can describe it in different ways, then people are going to really understand what you're saying. So we go on to say whether you've been online for 10 minutes or 10 years. So this is knocking down an obstacle. So some people might be hesitant to subscribe to this because they think, well, I'm brand new. Maybe this is too advanced for me. Or maybe I have too much knowledge. Maybe I've been around too long and I know everything there is to know. So here I knock down those two obstacles, those two barriers that prevent people from subscribing. In copywriting, we call those objections. So I acknowledge the objections and then knock them down. Then the call to action here, create free account. Now, I have actually done a little bit of testing on this, and I found that when these words, create free account, actually converts better than an alternative, which was to say it in the first person. And I think that is because the first person thing is being overused a lot now. So when we have the word account in here, that positions this as something slightly different. So you've probably seen landing pages that offer some free ebook or free course, something like that. This, however, positions the offer as something a little bit more substantial than that. Then down here we have these bullet points, and the purpose of these is to really overcome more obstacles. So we're knocking down objections. So again, we're reaffirming the message that this is free, and we say quick start. So they don't have to go through the whole thing to just get up and running. It acknowledges the objection that they don't have much time. So they don't want to go through an entire course just to get some results. So I make it clear that they can get results fast. Now these are actually features. So what we need to do is include features plus benefits. So 100% free quick start modules, that's a feature, but here we have the benefits of it. Again here, 30 videos across 7 modules. What does that really mean? That is just a feature, that is just what it is, but here we have the benefit. So these 30 videos across 7 modules will make sure they know exactly what they need to do step by step, because everything needs to come back to the benefit. So custom built for people like you. So that is a feature, it's been custom built, but because it's been developed exclusively for you, you get what you need to generate profit. That's the benefit. And if we scroll down, you can see that I followed this format on for each of the modules. So there's actually 7 modules, but I've listed 6 of them here because I want the final one to be a bit of a surprise. And I do that so when they subscribe to this, they feel like I've over-delivered. So here I am under-promising, but when they subscribe, they will get a nice warm feeling because they get more than they expected. And that in itself is a good way to ensure that people start walking through your value ladder. If you don't know what a value ladder is, let me know in the comments, or go ahead and create a separate video that shows you how to do that, because that is the key to repeat sales. Because we don't just want to make one sale one time, do we? We want to make sure that we get sales over and over and over again. So that's the secret to that. Tell me if you want me to make that video and I will be delighted to do that for you. So if you found this useful, give it a thumbs up below. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you want more videos like this, hit the subscribe button too. And I will see you again very soon. Take care.